Hey folks, it's Scott Halley here again, and today this video is at Clear Creek Middle School here in Gresham, Oregon. And today I want to go over another email. Today's email is from Ray from Texas, and he writes, "Coach, do you have any alternatives to throwing the real javelin? Sometimes I feel like I throw too often and my shoulder gets tired. I would like to be able to continue working on my technique, but I don't want to overdo it with the regular men's javelin. Love your videos. Hope to work with you soon in Portland. Thanks, Ray." Well, Ray, some of the things that I like to do instead of throwing the 800-gram javelin is just throw lighter implements. Sometimes I'll throw 400-gram javelins or 600-gram javelins. Sometimes it's just a matter of not throwing as hard. You can get in a lot of reps, but just not throw as hard each time. The other implements that I like to use, I've got a few here. I've got a new fin javelin. These are great. These are just under 500 grams. They're a great training javelin because they are lighter, but they also are very flexible, and so when you throw the fin jav and you miss the point, the javelin takes a lot of that force instead of your body. So big fan of the fin javs. Another alternative is the turbo javelin. Turbo javelin is again very, very light. This is a 300-gram turbo javelin. So this is something that you can throw. It doesn't, I don't believe it gives you the same experience as a regular javelin. It's hard to detect, if you're missing it, in which direction. The fin jab gives you a really good idea. If you miss it left, it just keeps going that direction. If you plow through it too much, then it remains plowing. Turbo javelin with the fins have a tendency to straighten out. So by the time you're looking back up at your throw, turbo javelin has straightened itself back out, so it's hard to make those adjustments, but it is lighter and a lot less expensive than a regular javelin, so you can get a few of these and get a number of throws in a workout that are lighter and easier on your body. Another alternative are the weighted balls. This is a 400-gram weighted ball, so if you're not going to be out on the runway throwing full throws, but rather just inside throwing against a wall or a net, sometimes a weighted ball is a great alternative. Another one is a tennis ball. Tennis ball obviously is very, very light, but the nice thing is that you can throw it just about anywhere safely. And you can throw very lightly and work on just the stretch reflex in your throw and not focus so much on the weight of the implement in your hand. So I don't throw these as often as I do the fin jav or the weighted ball, but again, this is a very light implement, so you could be working on other aspects of your throw and still get in a throwing motion. The next is just basically a rope that I've tied up, created a knot with a couple of strands that are free, and basically what I do is this is like what they do in baseball with the towel drill, where you basically just hold on to the end and you go through and you can hear the wind go by your head, so you know that you're transferring energy and transferring that into the end of the rope here. So this is great because it can give you a sense of the speed that your hand is traveling, and you can get a lot of throws in, or at least throwing motions in, using the rope, and it doesn't really harm your body. Baseballs use it or do it with towels all the time, pitchers in particular, and so I'll have my javelin throwers, especially if they're coming back from a shoulder injury or an elbow injury, I'll have them use this more often so that they can get the technical components put together, but save their shoulder or their elbow. The last thing is just what I call a simulated throw. And basically you just put your body up into a position where you're going to throw, and you just repeat it over and over again. I call one of the drills a mirror simulation throw, and so I'll have my athletes pretty much every night go to bed, 20 minutes before bed, you go into the mirror, into the bathroom or wherever, and you just work on going through the simulated throw. So move through the components all the way through and just rock back to front and carry out the simulated throw. That's a great way of getting muscle memory. It's a great way of finishing up sort of your night. Whenever you do stuff before bed, I don't know exactly why, but your body starts processing, your brain starts processing all the things that you're learning. So if you're learning how to get just through the throwing sequence, do it before bed. 20 minutes a night, every night for a week. By the end of that first week, you're going to have that movement down pretty well. So anyway, those are some components or some implements that I use just to get away from throwing the underground javelins as much. And hopefully it answers your question. As always, send me an email. My email address is shalley@coachhalley.com. And as always, there's more information on my website. It's www.coachhalley.com. And until the next time, have fun, be safe, and throw far.